The next thing that I started focusing on, and I know this is going to be a bit controversial, but I don't care. The next thing that I started focusing on is men. Honestly, I think we need a whole video just about that subject. Look, I'm not against men. I don't hate men. I'm not against relationship or marriage or anything like that. I'm not against it. I just don't want to focus my energy on trying to find a man or trying to keep a man or trying to do all of these things, because I think it's going to help me to find a man, keep a man, get married, or do all of those things. Instead of focusing on that, I rather focus on myself. I rather focus on building myself, on becoming the best version that I can become. What I mean by this is that I decentered men. I just did not want that to be my motivation of doing anything. I just did not want that to be the first thing that I think about whenever I want to do something or whenever I don't want to do something. I stopped focusing on men, on what men want, what men don't want. I stopped focusing on that. And I started focusing more on myself, on building myself, on becoming the best version that I can become, so that even when I do have that person in my life, I'm a better person, not just for them, but for me as well. I'm able to communicate better. I'm able to deal with my emotions better. I'm able to express the things that I want, the things that I don't want. I'm able to have boundaries and enforce boundaries to protect myself. I decided that instead of me focusing on trying to figure out what men want, what men don't want, no, that's none of my concern actually. What men want and what men don't want is none of my concern. What I need to be focusing on is to build myself, become the best version of myself that I can be, and just live my life and be happy, work towards achieving my goals, work towards building that life that I want for myself. If a man comes along, then great. But the nice thing about focusing on yourself and working on yourself is that your standards will tend to become higher. You are going to want somebody that is also working on themselves. You are going to want to be with somebody that prioritizes certain things about themselves, prioritizes improving themselves, becoming their best version, prioritizes giving instead of just taking and taking and taking. So the more you work on yourself, the more you are also going to attract somebody that is also on that same level. The more you're going to be sober-minded when it comes to relationships. You're not just going to jump into relationships and find yourself in these toxic situations and find yourself staying in those toxic situations, because the more you work on yourself, really, the more you realize your worth, the more you realize what you deserve, the more you value your peace, the more you value yourself, the more you just want somebody that can also meet you where you are. You're not going to settle for things that don't serve you. You're not going to settle for things that are not good enough. The more you focus on yourself, the more you work on yourself, you are actually focusing on finding that better partner indirectly, because now you're gonna be in a better place. You're gonna have learned all of these things about yourself. You're going to have dealt with your traumas, dealt with, things that might have caused you not to have successful relationships in the past. So focus on working on yourself, focus on building your life, focus on being happy. Then you're going to find yourself attracting that person that you want. And if not, then you are still okay with it. You are okay with the life that you've built for yourself. You are okay with the things that you do. You have your own hobbies, you make your own money, you live in your own life, you have friends, you have family. You are going to be okay. You're not gonna be operating from this place of desperation because you are so focused on finding this right person and keeping them happy. No, that's just, you are just wasting your energy. Honestly, you are wasting your energy, you are wasting your focus. Focus on yourself. Stop focusing on that. Focus on yourself. Focus on working on yourself, working on your goals, working on the things that are going to make your life better. Whew. Yeah, that subject is, it needs a video on its own. But yeah, maybe I'll do it one day.